Hi guys, welcome back to another lesson. In this lesson you will learn the basics about a cell. I recommend you to have a paper and a pencil to make notes since there may be questions at the end. So let's begin. Cell. Every living thing is made of cells. Animals and plants are examples of living things. Cells are so tiny that can only be seen with a microscope. Cells are building blocks of an animal and plant. Building blocks mean a basic unit from which living things are built up from. Each cell has a nucleus. Nucleus controls everything inside the cells. Nucleus contains genetic material. So, what is inside the cell? Number 1. Cell membrane. It is present around the cell. It controls movements in and out of the cell. It lets nutrients in and waste out. Number 2. Nucleus. It controls every single activity inside the cell. It contains a DNA which controls growth and reproduction inside you. DNA contains genetic information about you. Number 3. Cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like substance. All chemical reactions take place here. Number 4. Mitochondria. It is called powerhouse of the cell. Energy is produced through respiration here. Number 5. Ribosomes. Protein is made here. Now let's move on to the questions. Number 1. What component of the cell controls its activities? You may pause here to do the question. The answer is nucleus. Now let's move on to question 2. Where do chemical reactions occur inside the cell? You may pause here to do the question. Now let's move on to the answer. The answer is cytoplasm. Now let's move on to question 3. What is the function of mitochondria inside the cell? You may pause here to do the question. Now let's move on to the answer. The answer is produce energy through respiration. Now let's move on to question 4. What is the function of ribosomes inside the cell? You may pause here to do the question. Now let's move on to the answer. The answer is make protein for growth. Thank you guys for joining us today. Please subscribe to help us make more educational videos and hit the notification button to not miss a single lesson. Please comment how you found this lesson. And thank you for joining us today.